Hey crafters, good to see you. Today I'm going to show you a technique that can be kind of vexing to think about when you're setting up miniature encounters. How do you do a long climb with miniatures? It can be kind of tricky. The first thing that people think of is actually build a giant wall, vertical wall, maybe with placeholders and that kind of, or ledges where the players have to move up. But the problem with that is it can't really track the in-between times when they're not on a ledge. So I have a very simple and elegant way to show a long vertical climb without a lot of work or a lot of building of stuff. So let's go to the table and I'll show you how that works.
I show you my stuff with DM Scotty.
Hey guys, here's our game table. So I'm going to put out this vinyl mat that I made, and it's going to represent the cliff face. Now it's going to be a vertical cliff face, but I've got it laying flat, and I'll show you how that works. Okay, so I want some protrusions coming from the cliff that the characters can actually stand on. So I've got these little cardboard pieces I made. Now I put hot glue on the back so they won't slide around. The hot glue is kind of rubbery, so it helps them from sliding around on the mat. So I'll put those down and just fill it out in a aesthetically pleasing configuration. Now I've got these fish tank plants that I've attached to weights, and I'm going to dangle those over to show that there's vines that are hanging down this cliff face. So this can aid the players as they try to get up this cliff. So there we go, we got all those set out. Now the next step is to get the player characters. So I've got them at the bottom of the cliff, and we'll try to get these poor players up the cliff here. So we've got our guys starting at the bottom, and they need to climb this cliff. So say the first character makes his check and he moves up. Usually it's about half your movement, so you can measure up with the measuring stick. Same with the mage, but the mage is using a fly spell, so I'm actually standing him up to represent that he's flying, and the others that are climbing, I'm laying them down to represent that they're clinging to the cliff. They're climbing up the cliff. So, and then she can use this. Maybe she can move further because she's found a vine that she can grab onto and climb up on that. It's much easier than just climbing the cliff face. So this is a great way to represent people climbing up a cliff. Then we have these extensions out of the cliff, these protrusions that the characters can actually stand on so they can rest and that kind of thing. So now they've moved on. The mage is flown up as usual and waiting for the other characters to get up. So they're climbing up, and unfortunately these pterodactyls start swooping down at them on the cliff face, which is pretty dangerous when you're trying to hang on. At least they're grabbing onto the vine, so it's a little less dangerous. But if they did fall, you could stand them up to represent that they're actually not grabbing the cliff face anymore and falling down. Just like the pterodactyls are standing up, representing that they are flying in flight. Okay? So, same with the others. They come down, attack the mage, and poor Roderick there, and the poor players have to climb up. So this is a really neat way to represent, an easy way to represent like a large vertical climb, as far as like where the positioning of it. Okay, so these guys have got to this precipice and they're hanging on and fighting for their life. But yeah, this is a great way to show a vertical climb without actually building a vertical wall. So there we go. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the demonstration. I hope it's helpful to you. Now remember, you can also use this on a much smaller scale. You could build pieces of terrain that are flat that represent vertical climbs, like a tower, the side of a tower out of cardboard, and you could use that for the vertical climb. So it's much easier than trying to do an actual vertical tower that the players have to climb. It's essentially the same thing, it's just flat and much easier to play on. So if you did enjoy this, I have some tidbits from my last game where we actually did this encounter. So if you'd like to see that, stick around and I'll show you a few things that happened in the game.
Everybody is capable of climbing the cliff with the wand of Spider Monkey or
Oh
whatever
yes,
that
yes,
is.
that's what I was going to say. I
There we go.
assume that everybody's going to use a charge of the wand. Is that correct?
No,
So what is
I
it?
fly.
Okay, you do fly.
Again, I'm going to
Okay.
fly.
Okay. Yes, Dana?
What does it do again?
It allows you to climb without falling off. So if you're attacked or you slip, you won't fall off.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now we're
That's
down to
only
5 charges.
You said Dragon Hawk?
Yes. Yeah. Now, well,
That's all of us?
you're down. Yeah, you're down to 5 charges.
A charge.
Because little Titania's not going to take a
No.
charge. You can fly.
I can fly.
All right. So now we're not going to roll initiative yet. We're just going to start climbing. So who wants to go first?
I will.
Okay. So now you're not physically climbing.
Me.
Huh?
Me!
Oh, for goodness, can you stop being so power hungry for 2 seconds?
It's not power hungry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Adventurous and annoyingly leaving us behind all the time. Which part?
Wasn't that...
I mean, everybody else has to use magic. Doesn't it make sense that I'll just start fluttering? 3.
Okay. So you got 3 successes. So you can move the long stick or the medium stick.
It's really nice right now.
Nice.
Everyone's working.
Okay.
Okay, Elsa.
Get in there.
Okay, I got 2 successes.
Okay. She can
So
move.
what does the spider climb one give us?
Basically, it doesn't give you the negative for climbing because if you're not trained, you are trained, but if you're not trained, you haven't. Well, no one. Everybody's trained in climbing, right? So also, if you and whenever you're attacked and you're climbing, you have to make a roll not to fall off the cliff. So if you have the spider climb, you won't fall off unless you roll maybe a critical failure.
Oh, okay. So they can fly
Alright, put it on
just
the end of that
fine.
Wow.
They apparently can fly just dandy.
So they're gliding down.
Do they have a negative to their movement and will glide backwards if the wind catches them wrong?
It could.
But it won't, will it?
They move that.
If you can hand it to me. There we go.
Okay. All right. They have hunger in their eyes.
We should probably do something about them, shouldn't we?
You've never seen any critters like this before.
Excellent.
Hopefully they don't breathe fire.
Really?
Dragons.
Did you just... Ah, you suck! No! Okay,
That's not okay.
They could roast you and then eat your corpse at the bottom of the cliff.